Today we're going to do a quick video about this scooter here. Picked it up for free in the street and I reckon I can just use normal bike parts to fix it. Let's get into it. This scooter has no hand grips, no plugs for the end of the open bars, a really loose headset, and all the bearings on it feel a bit kinda horrible. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a quick wipe up. That should take me 2 seconds. Then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this steering tube thing off and figure out what's wrong with the headset. My guess for these things is that you can probably just use sort of normal mountain bike techniques and tools and everything to get them all working. Just going to quickly pull this off with my multi-tool, hopefully. Looks like this comes off and it's just basically like the stem on a normal headset. This looks like it's the equivalent of a top cap. It's probably supposed to be a bit tighter than that though. Yeah, it's kind of like a top cap type thing. Spacery clamp type thing. And this would be the normal head tube. So presumably I can just quickly knock this through. Don't even have to, I can just pull this out. So we've got a normal bottom crown race type thing on here. It's all dry and minging. Integrated headset type headset bearings. The bearings don't actually seem too bad on this. Bottom bearing's fine as well. That's a bit of my multi-tool, I was wondering where that was from. So I'll quickly give this a clean and then I'll put it all back together, tighten it up properly and see if it works. Don't want to go overboard with my cleaning techniques here, so I'm going to use some toilet paper and a bit of WD-40 or CRC 556 or whatever this one is. There's actually quite a lot of gunk gathered up in this crown race. Gee, that's looking good as new, eh? These wheel bearings are not in perfect condition. I don't have any spare bearings handy because there'll be 6065s or whatever they are, 608Zs, like they are in skateboards and rollerblades and stuff, I imagine. That is pretty much fine. I'm just going to go with that. Right, this bottom bearing, I'm going to give it a clean. Oh my goodness, look at the rubbish on that. I'm not going to spray this with WD-40 because I don't want to take the grease out of the actual bearings themselves, sealed in here. I'm just going to give it a wee clean up. That feels okay. I don't even feel the need to take this little shield off and re-grease it because it feels fine. Yep. Now we'll have a swatch in here. Not looking brilliant, but the bearing faces are okay. Get all this dried up old rubbish grease out. Might as well do the top while I'm here. Yep. So now this head tube's all cleaned up. Grab some grease, pop a little bit in here, pop a little bit in here, chuck the bottom bearing back in, hopefully it'll stay in by itself. We'll give this top bearing a little wipe down. And this little compression ring thing that squeezes in to push the bearing out into the tube. Never remember what these things are called. I think this is going to work out good. Looks like we've basically, for the cost of a bit of toilet roll, a couple of squirts of oil and a tiny little bit of grease, we're going to get this thing working perfect again. Well, perfect. Maybe an exaggeration. Not the smoothest in the world, but it's not too bad. That's pushed together. Next it's going to need held down. This funny spacer thing. I'll give it a wee clean. Give this a wee coating. So we don't want it to bind to anything, if we can avoid it. Now, we guess this way up. That would make sense because this thing has the sleeve over that. This little top cap's probably gonna... now it's got some thread lock in here because there's only one thing to lock it down with. And it doesn't clamp on to hold it afterwards apart from this bit, so we'll see. There we go. That'll do me. Pretty decent. Let's have a look at this. What have we got here? This is the bit that basically works like a stem with the handlebars attached to it. Now, unless we put this clamp on sideways, the clamp won't line up with the actual gaps. So I'm going to go with putting this on so the clamp's backwards. That went on nice and easy. Do these bars look straight to me? Yeah, okay now. I'm going to do this up a little bit tighter than I would normal stem pinch bolts because I might as well. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put these normal mountain bike grips on. These are just basically cheapies. They might even be from a scooter or something, but same size on almost all scooters and almost all mountain bike handlebars. Apart from some of the weird sized children's ones that you can get. There's a few different ways to do this. I'm going to use water because it dries by itself. If you use some sort of oil to lubricate this, the oil stays kind of wet after the first few days. And I've got no isopropyl alcohol handy. There we go. Done. Little bar end in here. Looks like the easiest way to straighten the wheel up compared to the handlebars is to sit the scooter down on its bars like this. Add a little bit of grease, a little bit of elbow grease, a couple of squirts of oil and some toilet roll, and bang, this thing is back ready to ride. Whoa, sick dude! Whoa, sick scooter dude!